About half an hour ago, I was scooping cat litter and I heard, go upstairs and record a reading after this. Right. Then I started cooking and an interruption pulled up in my driveway. And I was like, oh shit, I really need to go do that. So, even when you're scooping poop, baby, there will be messages from the Most High. Angels, ancestors, guys, please be here with us now. May it be a clear channel. For those who need to hear it. Yeah. Okay, this has literally never happened to me before. I like make these little bags for my decks, right? I literally every single time that I pull a deck out of their bag, I always get all the cards. You see like how the pouch doesn't it's not even finished. And you see how the pouch is not even finished and it doesn't have the clouds. Literally the cards never fall out and I usually always grab all of them. This is the first time this has literally ever happened to me. And I'm seeing that there's two cards, wow, left in this bag. Let's see what they are. Five of Swords and Five of Swords and Seven of Wands reverse. Yeah, bullshit. See, so that's why look at those BS talking crap and just confusion and having to work and fight so hard. This is the energy literally left behind. Period. We love that. But I just feel it up. Yeah. Okay. You see it. You see it. We'll put them back in here. If they come out later, we'll talk about it. But yeah, the message today is definitely going to be heavy on the listening to yourself. Listening to yourself. Like, if you like me, you don't necessarily like people knowing what you got going on, which business you might be pretty tight lipped about what you got going on, and do it as you should be, because you don't know how long people can hide their face for. I also get a message of like, you really shouldn't treat people, as if they're going to fuck you over at some point, but also you've been around the block. You done seen some shit, so it's really about your perspective. That's the thing, man. It's really about your perspective and what you feel and your discernment and your intuition. Don't ever ignore that. My own mama could be calling me and telling me one thing, and my intuition's telling me another. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna listen to my intuition. And now, one time I do listen to my mama over my intuition, it messes me up. Every time, every time. Intuition will never lead you astray. Remember that. All right, all right. This is not even the one. Do you want to talk? Who wants to talk? I'm seeing my Egyptian deck right now. 1 second. I was seeing this deck in my mind's eye, and this is my deck. Honestly, I really don't use this deck for other people anymore. And this is the first deck I ever got. So you might be near the beginning of your journey. And also this deck, this was a learning curve. It's like this is a very interesting tarot deck to get as your first deck. This is a Kemetic deck. So it not only was it was very much a learning curve. So learning the Egyptian symbolism and tarot symbolism out at once was definitely a learning curve. But I'm so glad I did that because I learned so much so fast, so quickly. And this deck, this you the kind of person, if this deck is trying to come out and talk to you, and you the kind of person, you don't like no BS. You don't like BS. You tell me, come straight to the point, straight to the point. Yeah, good. 6 of Wands immediately. Yeah, victory. Coming out sideways. That's foresight. Like I said, intuition. Like that's that Anubis energy, following your guidance. And this freaking Knight of Staves coming out in the reverse. This Knight of Staves, and this is literally somebody's bad intentions. So you really have victory over somebody's bad intentions. These are, I hate giving this message. I really don't like giving this message. I feel it's like, I don't want to say it's a waste to like be using like you using your intuition and discernment and your magic on people, like the people have negative intentions. People always gonna have negative intention for you. Okay, when you when you rising and stuff, that's what haters do. Okay, like sure, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Like, okay, yeah. Who gives a fuck? Right. And because what's more important message to me is, did you believe them? Did you sit here and are you dwelling on that? Like, are you thinking about all these people are talking about me, oh, people got negative intentions for me, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, no, you're not. Literally, no, you're not. Eight of swords in reverse. You're not. No, that's not your mental state. That's not your thing. Like, that's not your energy, and that's good. Good. You freed yourself from your own mental entrapment. It's like none but ourselves can free our minds. Literally, yep. The Hierophant, the moon in reverse. Yeah, something is revealed. You already know that yes, the Hierophant and the moon together. Hello, this is traditions. Yeah, this is traditions and like religious ceremony and whatnot. This is like the masculine counterpart to the high priestess. Like this might be this is probably you and your own energy. Like yeah, this is you already knowing about some things about some money on the way, so and that you don't have to be strong anymore. Oh, that's sweet. You don't have to be strong anymore. Like all this, like this is very much giving all the snakes in your gardens have been. Oh my gosh, I wish you could see it the way I'm looking at it right now. Like all of the snakes in your garden have been exposed and have been handled. Like literally, don't worry about it, baby. That has been handled. Literally, it might have took a minute because you know the Knight of Pentacles is started seeing that, but when it's there to last. Okay, and it was something that was revealed with the Moon in reverse and strength in reverse. Like baby, you don't gotta be strong no more. You don't gotta figure it out no more. Yeah, you don't gotta figure it out no more. This old cycle is done. Hallelujah. Love that for you, girly pop. Cause the fuck, cause you probably did have a lot of haters. Like that's what I say. You've dealt with this so many times. And if this deck is talking to you, and if this deck is talking to you, you've dealt with this so many times. Like you sitting as like you're literally at the point where you've been there, done that. Who gives a damn? Okay, that's exactly where you should be. I really want to tell you, it's like you've been so guided. Yeah, so you've been so guided. You have this like anointing, this protection over your life that you really don't. Like your guys, your team might put you in weird and strange situations because I know if this deck is talking to you, then you're like me because they'll put you in situations. They'll put you in situations where your heart, your purity, the work that you've done on yourself, it shines. It shines like moonlight. It literally exposes things. It literally exposes things. It exposes the truth of the truth of a manner. Yeah, like your light, your purity, the work that you put on yourself. It's your authenticity. Like that stands so true. You are essentially the sword of truth, and you've been used as a sword of the truth by your team. And you might have found yourself in situations where your truth exposes other people's lies, and not by any happenstance, not you by snitching or anything like it. It's literally just who you are as a being because you're so grounded within yourself, because you're so stable and stabilized and so truthful to your own energy and to your own being, that when other people who claim to be that once they get around you and people see the real deal, the real deal, they're like, oh, that they were faking. And so now all the people who were faking, they were over here mad at you because you exposing them by no means of your own doing. Like that's just what you do. So now, but all of that is done. You finally are moving into an era where you're finally gonna be around people who are like who truly reflect you. Oh, love that for you, babes. Like who people you're gonna be around people who truly reflect you. You won't have to worry so much about people's hidden agendas, about what they're really thinking, about what they're really saying. It's like not that you really are the kind of person who really does that, but this is definitely like taking a mental load. Like obviously, like if you've been through this, like I imagine this is very, I don't even have to imagine, this is traumatizing. Okay, it's like it almost conditions you into being in a space where you're kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop when you're dealing with people. And that is more so something that you should take your time and kind of unpack and sort of align, because it's like I'm getting as like we want you to be able to trust. We want you to be able to trust what you're hearing. Like yeah, none of the on the no, this is a page on the bottom. Yeah, you're learning to trust. You're learning to trust, or you kind of have already. You know, this is no, you have already, but it's only with certain people. It's only with certain energies. That's your discernment coming in. So it's more so learning to trust yourself. Yeah, you trust yourself and trust your own guidance. That is definitely one of my affirmations. Okay, I trust myself. Please. And if I don't trust, and if I trust myself to when I don't feel like I have the guidance, when I don't feel like I have the answers, I trust myself to go to who I know does. The most high. Yep, every time. Every time. I trust myself to outsource all of that to Big Daddy, okay? Because no. No. And that's literally the hierophant's job. That's the hierophant's job is to uphold like order, essentially. And you are finally stepping into upholding order in your own life, but in a way that you haven't had but in a way that you haven't done before. This is not brute force, this is not masculine, this is you. This is your strength and the way it shows up. Okay? So be true to yourself is very much very much the message here. When something is exposed. Bruh. The world, literally, like I said, that cycle is over, babes. That cycle is over here. Yeah. Write out your feelings, okay? Write it out because especially if you're still kind of dealing with this like this mental entrapment and like dealing kind of with the snakes and you're still kind of seeing that, or if you're just like kind of in the if you're in the phase where you're just kind of encountering, you're just realizing, oh damn, it's another person betraying me, whatever the fuck. Like take all of that energy, take all of that negativity, and be the magician and the hierophant that you are, and transmute that shit, okay? And pour and transmute that negative into something that is useful. Okay, remember, you need both the light and the darkness to make anything happen. Okay, it's two sides of one coin. You can't have a one-dimensional coin. Okay, you can have a two-dimensional coin. You need a 3D coin with both sides. Okay, yeah, girl, that cycle is over. That cycle is over. Take all them feelings that you have and write them out. Like all of these pages and yeah, all of these, every single page that the nights are upright. The movement is here. It's already happening. The learning, the understanding, that's over. That's done. You're past that. Literally, you're past that. Okay, you're past that. Take all of those feelings and write them down. This is poetry. This is music. Like I said, take that and transmute that. Pour those feelings into a song. Pour those feelings into a poem. Pour those feelings onto a piece of paper. Rip it up and beat the damn paper if you have to. Okay, just get it out of your body because your mental space, yeah, your mental space and your emotional. Remember, your emotional energy, emotion is so valuable. It's so potent. Okay, it might move a little slower than you want it to, but it might move a little slow. But once it's ready, oh baby, it ain't going nowhere. Okay, you're in a whole new world. Literally, you are in a whole new world. Don't fret. Trust. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Okay. Maybe scary. Any other messages? I heard get an oracle deck. I just heard get an oracle deck. Yeah. It's okay to be by yourself, okay? Confirmation room. Damn, yeah. It's okay to be by yourself. Okay, know that this anointing is over life. Know that you are loved. Know that you're protected. Okay, make sure that you are sitting with your meditative practice. This is definitely a meditative practice, cartoon. This is you definitely need to be sitting down and meditating. And meditating isn't always silent mind. Okay, no, it's observing the thoughts and feelings that are going by. If you're noticing a lot of thoughts and feelings that are outside of your energy, okay, like I said, write them down. Write them down. Let it out. Okay, it's literally like taking out the garbage. It's like literally like taking out the garbage. Rip it up. You don't have to keep the paper. You can literally throw it away. I was like, I don't want this energy. Throw it away. I highly recommend it. But know that you are loved and protected and anointed. Please don't you ever forget that. The Eliante. Okay, I'm gonna go get the oracle deck. 1 second, baby. I said I already knew it. So I already knew which deck. I didn't even have to bother asking which one to grab because this deck came out. If that deck came out for you, then it's this one that you need. Okay. Is this one? This is the spiritual abolitionist deck. I love this deck. This is the noble yes. No BS, baby. I don't want nothing. In fact, I'll give you a time card to skip that first thing. We can just cut that out because you don't need none of that. Like, okay, Earthspire. But let me grab another one here. Yep. Oh, and Unseen. Okay, period. So let's grab Earthspire first. Ooh, have the media have the media you've been consuming fed your soul lately? The Artspire key suggests that you are forcing rather than flowing to produce because you are not consuming art that inspires you and aligns you with your mission. By feeding your mind art inspiration, you allow your heart to be moved, and in turn, you remember how many hearts can be moved on your journey. The revolution is about radical imagination, joy, and building a new world based on harmony. Let the music, images, poetry, and shows that you watch empower and art inspire you forward. Do not seek to only be numbed or entertained. Okay, baby, trust me, I understand. here. Baby, trust me, I understand. Okay, I've been there. Sometimes you can't take it anymore. That mental energy is like I sometimes it's just so much, and you can't sit there and you can't fight with your mind all day. That's what I'm saying. Like literally, just take all of that and offer it up, and like, hey, daddy, I can't. I don't want to deal with this, daddy. I can't take it anymore. Please take this from me. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to do it by yourself. You were never doing it by yourself. Okay. Your spirit team will put you in these positions because they need you to see something. Okay, they need you to see from their perspective. Sometimes that requires stillness, that requires silence, that requires being surrounded by your own truth. Okay, and what you feed, you are what you eat, you are what you consume. That's where this art key comes in. It's like what you feed yourself, not just the food you intake, but the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, the thoughts that you entertain. These are all part of your being, okay, and they influence you. So take all of this mess and make something beautiful, like the magician, like the queen that you are. Okay, unseen. This is a copy of what we already know. The unseen key unveils that there are some lurkers in your life. It could be online creeps or people who only pop up at their convenience to get the tea from you. Either way, it's time to pull back and protect your vulnerability. It is time to pull back and protect your vulnerability. Okay. Not everyone around you has earned it, and the vibes you're interfering are interfering with your energetic flow from giving the wrong people access. Sorry. Not everyone around you has earned it, and as in your vulnerability, and the vibes interfering with your energetic flow from giving the wrong people access. Okay, so stop doing it. Don't share everything you're working on and healing towards right now. Keep your progress and celebrations unseen until you determine who to trust. Additionally, remember that unseen forces are supporting you in your journey and witnessing you in these moments and are ready to bless you for choosing yourself this time. Okay? I said like this, you've been around and around and around with this old ass cycle again and again and again. I said like they've been cleaning house for you, baby. They've been cleaning house for you. Okay? And it's to get you to sit with yourself and to understand how beautiful and how magical you are and how protected and how anointed and how you are. You know the rights. You know the rituals. You know the way. You know the way. And if you don't know the way, they will show you if you give them your time and your attention. If you give yourself the time and attention, okay? This is literally, yeah, this is literally what we've been talking about here. Is like, yeah, there are people doing this and the third, but it's exposed now. It's exposed now. You know what it is, and if you don't, you trust. Ask yourself. Give yourself the sweet sacred silence. Let it wash over you. Okay, literally, that you are. Anytime you are sitting in silence, you're allowing yourself to silence and stillness, and internal stillness is like it could be silent, or you could just be sitting there. But if your mind and your whole being is agitating and going, that's not stillness. It's like, but the world around you could be going haywire. And if you are still within, if you are secure within your own thoughts, within your own being, within your trust and your knowledge that you are loved and you are protected, no matter what it is you do, that's a different kind of confidence. And it's okay to need a reminder. I need reminders all the time. I'm happy to do this. Okay. I'm happy to remind you. I'm happy to remind myself, baby. Okay. You are magic made flesh. Act like it, please. You're free, my love. You're free. I love you.